Top 25 species of extinct animals will make you regret. Number 6, Lion Cape. Top 25 species of extinct animals will make you regret. Extinction is a natural process of humanity. But today, in the face of so many serious problems like overloading, pollution, climate change, the disappearance of some animals is becoming more urgent. It is difficult to know exactly when an animal has disappeared in the wild, but it can be said that thousands of animals are facing extinction each year. Today, we have gathered a list of animal species extinct forgotten most, 25. Malagasy Code is a fairly common animal on the island of Madagascar. The Malagasy hippopotamus is closely related to hippopotamus, although it is much smaller in size. The first estimate suggested that the species had died about 1,000 years ago, but new evidence suggests that the hippopotamus may have existed since the 1970s. Yangtze River dolphin, known by various names such as Chinese river dolphins, Yangtze River dolphins, white shark fin whales, or Yangtze dolphins. In essence, the Yangtze River dolphin is a freshwater dolphin living in the Yangtze River of China. The number of Yangtze River dolphins fell significantly in 1970 when China used the river for fishing, transportation and hydroelectricity. The last known dolphin, Kiki, died in 2002. Wallaby mouse discovered in 1841. The wallaby kangaroo is a small extinct kangaroo native to southeastern Australia. They belong to the larger legs, bigger and slimmer than the surviving relatives, red kangaroos. The last known specimen of this species was a female rat that was collected in August 1889 in New South Wales. Javan tiger, found on the Indonesian island of Java. The Java tiger is a very minor subspecies of the tiger. During the 20th century, the population of the island increased several times, leading to deforestation and conversion to farmland and rice fields. Pollution and poaching also contributed to the disappearance of the tiger. Java has officially become extinct in 1993. Stellar dug. Stellar's dugong is a mass extinct mammal and once lived in the North Pacific. It is the largest member of the Department of Wildlife, including its closest relatives, the sea bass and the sea pig. Stellar hunted for meat, skin and fat by traders. They were hunted to extinction only 27 years after they were discovered. Taiwanese leopard, or Formosan cloudcrest, originating in Taiwan. The Formosan rattan newspaper is a subspecies of the rattan newspaper, and is a rare Asian breed considered an evolutionary link between large cats and small cats. Logging has destroyed the wildlife habitat of the species, and the Formosan rattan newspaper was declared extinct in 2004 after 13,000 camera trap deaths without any indication of their presence. Discover more 10 great animals in the most recent time. 19. Red antelope. The red antelope is an extinct antelope that is thought to have lived in mountainous areas in North Africa. This antelope is only known from 3 specimens purchased in the markets of Algiers and Oran, northern Algeria in the late 19th century. These specimens are currently kept in museums in Paris and London. Chinese sturgeon, sometimes known as the silverfish, Chinese eel, is one of the largest freshwater fish. The inability to control overexploitation and the destruction of natural habitats led to the number of species becoming extremely critical in the 1980s. The last time this fish was seen, January 2003, on the Yangtze River. China, and they have also been extinct since. Labrador duck. Labrador ducks have a dubious difference, as they are the first North American endemic bird species to extinction after the Columbian period. They were a rare breed of duck before European settlers immigrated and became extinct shortly thereafter. The females are gray, while the male's coat is black and white. This duck has a rounded head with small and bright eyes and a very fine beak. Pyrenean ibex mountain goats. Originating from the Iberian Peninsula, the Pyrenean ibex mountain goat is one of 4 subspecies of Spanish mountain goats. In the Middle Ages, the number of wild goat species was abundant in the Pyrenees, but it declined dramatically in the 19th and 20th centuries due to uncontrolled hunting. In the second half of the 20th century, only a small number of ibex Pyrenean goats survived in the area. And by the year 2000, the goats had finally died. Birds of prey. Chimpanzee is an extinct bird that originated from Mauritius Island in the Indian Ocean. Fossil evidence has shown it to be about 1 meter, 3 feet 3 in height and can weigh 21 kilograms, 47 pounds. The appearance of live birds is only evidenced by drawings, paintings and paper descriptions, which is why it has not solved the questions about this bird. Chimpanzees are used as a symbol of extinction and anachronism in popular culture. Yellow cormorant. The golden toad is very small when it is only about 5 centimeters long and is usually found in a small and tall area north of Monteverde, Costa Rica. In May 1989, the last living specimen of this species was found. Since then, no evidence of this species has been recorded. The sudden extinction of this beautiful toad is probably caused by the chytrid fungus and the loss of a large habitat. Dove. Choy Isel. Choy Isel is an extinct pigeon native to Choy Isel Island in the Solomon Islands, although there are unofficial reports that the bird may have existed on some of the nearby islands. The final evidence was confirmed in 1904. It is believed that Choy Isel dove was extinct due to hunting of wild dogs and cats. Black rhinoceros. West Africa is an endemic species of them. Black rhino are endangered. Black rhinos. West Africa has lived in many African countries including Angola, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia, Chad, Rwanda, Botswana, Zambia and other countries. But overhunting and poaching have pushed this wonderful animal to the brink of extinction. Some of the last black rhinos in West Africa were found in 2000. By 2011, the species was declared officially extinct. Hokkaido wolf. Also known as the Ezo wolf, the Hokkaido wolf is an extinct subspecies of the gray wolf who once lived on the coast of northeastern Asia. Its nearest relatives are the North American wolves, not Asia. This wolf was suppressed almost entirely on the Japanese island of Hokkaido during the Meiji Restoration, when agricultural reforms in the United States combined the use of strychnine baits to destroy hunters. Carib monk seal. Called the sea wolf, the Carib monk seal is a large seahorse originating from the Caribbean. The hunting of these seals for oil and the depletion of food sources are the main reasons for their extinction. The final evidence for the arrival of the Carib sealand seal was in 1952, but until 2008 when the species officially declared extinction after 5 years of searching without seeing any living specimens. Cougar East. The eastern cougar, or eastern cougar, is a species of extinct newspaper that has lived in northeastern North America. The eastern cougar is part of the North American cougar subspecies, and is a large breed of cat native to the United States and Canada. The eastern cougar newspaper is considered extinct by the 2011 United States Wildlife Crime Organization. great hankabird. Large agnobirds are non-flying birds belonging to the Alcid family that became extinct in the mid-19th century. They are extant in the North Atlantic, from Spain, Iceland, Norway and Britain to Canada and Greenland. This beauty has become extinct due to the extensive exploitation of their feathers to produce pillows. Tarpan, also known as the European wild horse, the tarpan horse is an endangered subspecies of wild horses that have lived in most parts of Europe and parts of Asia. A large herbivore, the range of tarpan horses has been steadily reduced by the growing civilization of the Eurasian continent. Combined with the overexploitation of meat, the tarpan horses eventually became extinct in the early 20th century. Lion Cape. As an endangered subspecies of the lion, lions live mainly along Cape in the southern African continent. This majestic cat disappeared very quickly after the arrival of Europeans, and the destruction of habitat was another important factor contributing to this. Dutch and British settlers, hunters and athletes simply hunted animals that led to extinction in the late 19th century. The Falkland Islands wolves, also known as Antarctica warren. The Falkland Islands is the only native mammal of the Falkland Islands. This endemic animal became extinct in 1876, becoming the first known extinct breed in history. This animal is believed to have lived in caves with diets including birds, fish and insects. Giant turtle Reunion. An endemic species of Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. The giant Reunion tortoise is a large, long tortoise that is more than 1.1 meters, 43 inches, long. But the animals are slow, curious and fearless, making it easy for the first inhabitants of the island, who later slaughtered them in large numbers, to burn oil, make food for people as well as food for pigs. The Reunion's giant tortoise disappeared completely in 1840. Kiawea. Kiawea is a large Hawaiian bird that is 33 centimeters long and extinct in 1859. Kiawea birds had declined in numbers even before Europeans discovered Hawaii. Even native Hawaiians did not seem to be familiar with this species. Only 4 specimens of this beautiful bird exist in museums. The cause of this extinction has not been thoroughly investigated. Megalopodus gibbon, often known as koala lemurs. The Megalopodus gibbon is an extinct gibbons that once lived on Madagascar. The island's first settlers used fire to clean the local dense forest, but it was also a national habitat for lemurs, combined with excessive hunting that contributed to it. This is due to the extinction of this slow-moving animal. Pollen stripes are an extinct subspecies of the Indian zebra tribe who lived in South Africa until the 19th century. Because these animals were so easy to find and kill, they were heavily hunted by the Dutch, and then to the Afrikaners for meat or skin. There is only one donkey that has ever been photographed alive, see picture, and only 23 skins have been preserved until today.